the first few years, the father doesn't really need to be there as much as the mother. I think that the father, now don't get me wrong, I think a couple hours out of the day or something like that, you know, or a couple hours, maybe two days out of the week, that's fine. But I think he should spend majority of the time out of the house working and building, so that when that child gets to maybe 5 years old, he can spend a little bit more time with the child, because especially for young boys, you know, our job really starts at 5, from 5 to 18, because at that point we need to teach them the most important things in life. We need to teach them how to tie a tie. We need to teach them about dating. We need to teach them about, you know, mannerisms, just different things like that. And so I think the father's role really doesn't come in until after 5. Now, this is not an excuse for the men to be out of the house and to just leave women with all the responsibility.
To actually work hard.
I think that if you have some time to spare, that you should be able to help the mom out with certain things. But the majority of the time needs to be spent out of the house, working, making money, so that you can free up your time. I would say get a business, so that you can free up your time
for your kids later,
to show up for them when you really need to be there at 5 to 18 years old. You know, I don't know. That's just my personal opinion.
I mean, like I said, to each his own.
A lot of people, I got a lot of flack from that, because I got a lot of backlash, because people were saying that no, father needs to be there, and people make this mistake in thinking that fathers need to have the exact same role as the mother, and that is absolutely incorrect. Because somebody needs to pay the bills. So if the father's there all the time, changing diapers, going to sleep with the baby, you know, feeding the baby food and stuff like that,
that sounds like
who is paying the bills?
That sounds like a father still being a parent to me.
Yeah, but
he can still be a parent. I'm not saying that. His role just looks different. We have roles in this world. The father's role doesn't look the same as the mother.
I think that's the issue when it comes to like relationships, is that roles. I do think that, you know, when it comes to roles change every day. Just like at a job, your roles change, your duties change, everything's changed. And I do, like I say, I honestly feel as though, like, even in a relationship, when something happens to the other person, your role will change, your duty will change. So when you say that a father, you know, he does all this time, not be with the baby as much as the mother, I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that
I was working 2 jobs from the time that my son was born.
Got you.
And I was really not needed. The mom didn't want me to do anything because she felt like she could do it better, you know. And then the child, when he got to 2 years old, my son, when he got to 2 years old, all he wanted was his mom. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really start to really like crave me and want me until he got like 5 years old. And then he was like, dad, this. He wanted to play. He wanted to wrestle. He wanted to do all those things, you know. And that's when he was really looking for me. So I don't know. I just felt like all that time, like I wasn't there as much, but I was there a good portion of the time.
How often? Like how much time would you?
So I worked one job. I worked from 8 to 3. So after 3 o'clock, I was at home.
Okay.
All the way up until he was asleep.
Okay, so what if
even overnight?
I'm gonna let you have. I just gotta ask you this.
No, I'm listening. Yeah.
So what if is it that the role of that the mother's not there anymore? So what will happen?
If the mother's not there no more, then the father has to.
I mean, so whether or not if the mother's there or not, wouldn't the father still have to do? He have to do like still have to be a father, still be there just as much as the mother is to the child.
If the mother's not there, yeah.
I'm just saying, like whether or not that the mother is there or not.
Yeah,
the father still has to be in his role as a parent.
What is the role of a father then?
Just the same. Just I feel as though that a father has to do the same things as, except all the maternal instinct things that comes from the mother, giving respect to the mother. And there are times, like I said, where you will have to pick up the slack, and there are times in which way I feel as though it is even at the younger days.
If you guys are both working, that's what we talk about, the 50-50 stuff. If you guys are both working, then he needs to. If she's working, then you gotta step up because she's working. If she's not working, give the mom the responsibility of changing the diapers and stuff like that. You come in every now and then and you can change the diaper. Yeah, goo goo gaga, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But she's at home majority of the time. So somebody has to pay the bills.
Well, that's given the fact.
But if it's 50-50, then it should be equal responsibility.
Wouldn't that be given the fact if the role is the mother that she's able to stay home, right? Right?
If she's able to stay home.
Okay.
But we agree because you think that men should take care of the house and pay the bills, right?
Yeah.
So why she got to go to work?
Well, I mean, of course, like when childbirth happens, it takes a month or. You might got me on that one.
That sounds like excuses to me.
You might have me on this one. I can't possibly think about something right now, but I honestly do believe that as a parent, no role, depending on if you got to go out and make money or anything, I feel like that's an excuse to slack as a father too.